We are live. The red on air sign, which has been the greatest thing since we were Kiesel Guitars, that red on air sign is on, which means I'm live with you guys. We're hanging out. We're going to have a great time. Weekly live Q&A. I'm Jeff Kiesel. This is Kiesel Guitars live Q&A every Wednesday at 3 p.m. And we're going to hang out. We had a good pre-live just now. We were talking. I was in here a little early, and I was just talking about something, and I'm like, damn it, I kind of wish the camera would have been on. But then it's probably a good thing the camera wasn't on. So anyway, it is what it is. Live Q&A. So how this works, I'm hanging out. I'm going to answer your question, whatever you want to know. Could be guitar related, racing, food, life, TV shows, whatever the hell you want to know. Lakers basketball, come on Lakers in 6. Whatever you want to know, ask me. So please type your question in one time, and hopefully it gets answered or asked, and then I answer it. If it doesn't, we can't get to all of them. Just be cool. Just hang out. Catch the next one next week. Or actually, I don't know if we're going to have one next week because I'll be out of town. What else was I going to tell you guys? I was going to tell you something. I can't remember. Customer guitar. I will show that off first. So this is how this normally works. I usually have a customer guitar. I have a deal of the live. Yes, it's a freaking double neck. Are you good enough to play it? I doubt it. You should buy it though, because it's cool. James Lee, this is your guitar. It is a Zeus 6-string. Did we go 24 3/4 on this one? I don't see that. Looks like a normal scale P90s. That's rad. Look at that. What a badass guitar. And I love that drop shadow logo on there. So cool. Fixed bridge, walnut neck. And I can't tell if it's surf or seafoam. I'm bad at that one. People ask me. I can't remember. If I think about it, I think it's surf. Brandon, am I right?
You're correct.
Okay. Seafoam is less green and more of a whitish color. Not that it's white, but foam equals white. That's how I should be able to remember. More green equals surf. That doesn't make any sense at all. More green equals seafoam. Oh, no, it doesn't. Seafoam green. Anyhow, P90s, roasted neck, got some mother of pearl rings in there. I'm loving the way that looks. If you guys didn't know we're doing P90s, we are. We have the Seymour Duncan Antiquities, either cream or black, so you could order those. You no longer have to send yours in. So that's pretty cool. Deal to live. It's what it is. It's a double neck headless, $3,900 shipped right to your door. It does come in a hard case, not a soft case. The cases are really expensive. It's included in the price, and shipping's included. So it features a 6-string, 25.5-inch scale on the bottom with a trem, 7-string multi-scale on the top, fixed bridge. It was prior to us having multi-scale trims. What? You have multi-scale trims? Yes, we do. Of course, black hardware, lithium pickups. I will say this too. If somebody wants to buy this but wants different Kiesel pickups, I'm willing to do that. So like if you wanted berylliums or whatever, a thorium, if you wanted us to swap pickups, I am willing to do that for you. The guitar is pretty badass. So how it's set up is you have a volume and a tone for your bottom guitar. You have a toggle switch for your pickups. And I believe we put a push-pull on here. Yes, we did put a push-pull. Okay, it's been a while. Push-pull to give you 6 positions. You have a volume knob for this guitar. Then you're going to have a coil tap. And we did put a push-pull. Memory's good. So you can get 6 positions. And then this one is bottom guitar, both guitars, or top guitar. So you can have both on at the same time and do some super dope Brandon Ewing panty dropper stuff, doing some tapping and slides and all that, because that's what Brandon does in his routine. So bottom guitar, both guitars, top guitar, pretty cool. You can check out the back, those neck heels on there. And then the access plates. So $3,900, I almost said $2,900, $3,900. It's in Lambo Blue Metallic. It is, for a double neck, it's light. Let's guess the weight on this. I won't know, but... I don't know, 10.9, maybe 9? No, I don't think it'd be 9 pounds. I'd say 10.4 pounds. Kayla, do you want to go weigh this without dropping it? Have Albert weigh it. Let's find out what it weighs. I'm saying 10.5. No, I'm going to go 10.9. Freaking Kiesel. That's my daughter, everybody. Do you see that shit? Whoa, pretends to drop it. I don't know where she got that from. She's laughing. She's giggling over there.
So see, you were right on the money last week.
I was. This is a little different because what's weird about it is because you're holding one neck and it's pulling this way. So you're getting an odd sense of like the weight and then the pull. So it is hard. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. I said 10.9, right?
10.5.
10.7.
I don't remember now.
I think it was either 7 or 9. I don't think it was 5. I'm going to say 10.7, though. I'm going with that. I don't think it's 11 pounds. I don't think it's in the 9s. We'll see what it comes back with. So we're going racing. We're going to beautiful Lincoln, Nebraska. Going to be going racing to Spring Nationals, SCCA racing. I'm excited about that. And hopefully the Lakers can rebound after last night's loss. It was a close game at the end after the Lakers finally switched up the lineup. Obviously Denver, they're the number one team, and Lakers are the number one team after the trade deadline. What does it weigh?
10.8.
Oh, I said 10.7. Holy shit, this guy's not bad. Damn. Thanks, Kayla. All right. See, that's more exciting to me, like guessing the weight. Anyway, so the Lakers did play very good in the second half after they kind of figured things out. So hopefully they can go Lakers in 6. Hopefully they win. If you're a Denver fan, I'm sorry. Lakers are going to put you down. Anyway, on that note, what do you guys want to know?
A bunch of people are asking just lots of questions about the double neck, saying how crazy it is.
It is crazy.
All right, here's the first actual question. Any plans for a Bolton Vader?
No plans. I actually haven't been asked that in a very, very long time.
Was that guitar recently posted on Reverb?
This guitar?
Yeah, that's what they're asking.
I mean, I don't know how. It's never been sold. It's our guitar. So, not to my knowledge, I don't think we even have a Reverb account anymore. We haven't posted anything to Reverb in years. So, no.
Someone's asking if you could do the deal of the live with a bass and a guitar.
A bass and a guitar?
Yeah.
It's probably a bass player who will look at it, think about it, live will end, they won't buy it. No. Bass players are too they're less emotional than guitar players. Guitar players are like, oh, I need that in my life, and they just buy it. Bass players are like, well, let's see here, and they get out their sketch pad and they're sketching out their finances and all that. I think I better pass and wait, or doesn't have the mid boost, the neck's not a 7-piece with Purple Heart stripes. So no, I'm just giving you bass players a hard time. But seriously, a lot of times bass players are a little more, I guess, methodical. They think things out a little bit more. And we sell more guitars and basses, so it makes more sense to me to put a guitar up. But who knows? Maybe we'll have a bass in the future.
What guitar stores sell Kiesel? Guitar Center doesn't.
Thank God they don't, right? Nothing against Guitar Center as a whole, but the general concept. You're going to go into a place with, usually a high turnover, not a lot of knowledge, and you're going to pick up guitars that are not in tune, they're scratched, they're not set up properly, and now a lot of guitar centers don't even have like really higher end guitars. They got a lot of the overseas stuff, which I'm not saying anything bad about that, but they don't have more of the higher end American made guitars. They're just not selling them for whatever reason. And then obviously too, if we sold the Guitar Center, you'd be paying 2 to 3 times the price that we charge. So that's why I say thank God. We sell direct, so nobody has our guitars in their stores. You buy direct from us. You have a 10-day in-home trial period. If you don't love your instrument, return it for a full refund, as long as it doesn't have select options that make it non-returnable, which at the time of ordering you would know through either the builder or placing an order online. There are quite a few options that we do offer that make the guitars non-returnable. But we still sell probably about, I'd say 65% of our guitars have a return policy, and probably 35 don't. People are getting crazier, more wild stuff. Some of the more limited supply woods, Jeff to do finishes, raw tones, things like that.
Are there any specific styles of playing or techniques that are better suited for medium jumbo versus jumbo frets?
No, it'd be just a personal preference. That's all player. I've seen all kinds of players on both sides. And then even guys that have the baby frets, like look at Frank Gambale, what a monster he is. And he's got the little tiny vintage style frets and just an absolute animal. So no, I wouldn't say there really is. I would say more along the lines of either guitar construction type, pickup configuration, maybe fretboard radius. Those types of things tend to lend themselves more to that, but still not put people in a box. It's also what you grew up playing, right, too. So some of that is what you grew up with.
Someone asked, "Hey Jeff, if the Lakers win it all, can we get a guitar run?"
Oh, dang. Oh, I don't know. That's a hard commitment. I thought you were going to ask for something for the Lakers, which that would be amazing. I should make them like a championship winning guitar. That would be awesome. Make one for everybody on the team. Could you imagine that? That'd be so cool. Not like I've ever thought of that before. I don't know about that one. I think the Lakers, I legit think they can win the whole thing. I really do. I give the Lakers to win the whole thing, realizing there's only 4 teams in it now if you don't know what the hell's going on, which I get. There's 2 in the West, Lakers and Nuggets, and then there's 2 in the East, Miami Heat and Boston Celtics. The Lakers have the most amount of championships in modern NBA times, meaning the three-point line was established. I think right now we're tied with Boston. When I say we, the Lakers are tied with Boston for the same amount of wins, but Boston's was when it was ABA and NBA, or ABA and what was it? ABA, and there was another name, and then they made it NBA.
Yeah, I don't remember the other name.
So, LA, the Lakers do have the most wins in modern times. They also have some of the most records, or players that have played for them hold some of the most records. But that's beside the point. They have the best record since the trade deadline, and I think they have a shot. I would say it's a 50-50 chance, even though there's 4 teams. So in theory, they have a 25% chance. I think it's 50% chances. I think whoever wins the West is winning the whole thing. That's my opinion. Brandon, what do you think?
I think it's going to be a repeat of 2020. I think it's going to be Lakers and Heat in the finals. I think Lakers are going to take it.
That'd be fucking awesome. Yeah, I want it to be, and I love Boston. I think they're a great team, but I've said this before, Jimmy Butler, he's on the Miami Heat. I've read his story. He's a great person. From what I've gathered, I have never met him. He does live in my town, one of his homes, obviously. He's from, plays on a Miami team, so he's probably there, a decent amount of the year, but he does have a home not far from us. Some of Kayla's friends have met him, like working at grocery stores and stuff, and the guy's been like the coolest, most genuine dude. So one of these days I actually want to meet him. So when this is all done, I'm going to try to meet him, arrange it, and see if I can meet the guy.
Next question is from Justin Lubers. He's asking, can we request a one-piece 7A poplar top, or is it only two-piece?
Yo, what's up, Justin? Yes, you can. It's going to be limited to my supply at the time. I think, if memory serves me right, I think I'm good, and I have one-piece 7A poplar. Some things to keep in mind. While one piece is amazing, it's not, like the mirror image, right, when it's book matched. So there's pros and cons to both looks-wise. I go back and forth on that. There's something about the symmetry when there's like burls that I really like. I don't know if I would do a one-piece burl top for myself. One-piece quilt, yes, absolutely, all damn day long. That is like, yeah, that's next level right there. But I don't know if I would do one piece. There's been a few pieces of Buckeye that I would say, yeah, I would do that. One is on Ty Jacobs, has a Kiesel edition that's got a one-piece top and back. Koa Angel, one-piece top and back. It's made out of Koa. But I don't know if I did a poplar burl, I don't know if I could do a one-piece personally. That's just me helping you out, brother. Of course, I'd pick out a sick piece for you, but I don't know if I would do it.
Next question is from Paul. He's asking, is the new $750 upcharge on the builder for quilted maple on the Lee McKinney correct, or a bug?
I don't know. I'd have to look at the Lee McKinney. We're going to be making some changes. No, that wouldn't be right. $750 for the Lee McKinney? Why would that be?
I don't know.
That's not right. Yeah, that's definitely wrong. I wonder how the hell that would have even happened. Would that have been from the carved top thing? We had doubled the price, or maybe that's the carved top doubled and then backed out the flame. That's what that is. Somehow the Lee McKinney got that. Maybe because it has a flame top standard. That's probably what it is.
My guess was going to be, since the flame top is standard, we bumped the quilt price to $500, right?
Yeah.
Is it getting combined somehow with the
maybe
pricing?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or it's the carved top thing, because carved top is 1,000 minus 250, it's 750. So that's probably what happened. No, that's not correct. That should be on the Lee McKinney. It should be actually either 250 or 350.
Someone said, if you had a gun to your head,
Oh,
what
geez.
is the fastest you can make a K-Series by yourself? Oh.
You'd probably be killing me, man. I don't know. I got a lot going on right now. I feel like I got a gun to my head all the time. I don't know. I mean, there's steps that take time, right? So if it was on some K-Series, we do custom necks. That adds, there's nothing I can do about that. That's going to add 3 weeks of conditioning and thermal treating, and that's if I can get the neck in right away. If it's a stock neck, the necks are going to take 4 days, just the neck, and that's any neck through to complete it. Gluing and all the drying times we do between machining and all that. Body sides, top, the bend, that's another 3-4 days, so that's 8 days. Then sanding, about a half day. Depending on what finish, another half day. And then it's going to go in for primer, color. So you figure if you're at 9 days, and then primer, that's a day, that's 10. Color, figure it's probably a 2-day color. That's 12, it's 2 more days. Top coat will be the 13th day. Wait 2 days. Color, sand, and buff. So that is our 17th day. Tongue oil, The neck and fret dress, that's 2 more days. That's 19 days. Final assembly and setup, give it 2 more days. So 21 days, I would say, would be like, holy shit, we're not getting anything else done. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. I mean, it would have to take such a large amount of money to make something like that happen. Not 10 or 20 extra percent. It'd take a lot for us to do something in that kind of a time frame.
Hey Jeff, are your mahogany bodied guitars 1 or 2 pieces?
There's 2 pieces, especially if it's a neck through, obviously you're going to have 2 pieces, but it's from the same board, right? So the board's long, you cut it, pull it down, cut it. Those 2 boards are going to go over and go on either the sides of a neck through, or they're going to get glued together.
Zach is asking, can you still get a multiscale SCB 8-string?
You can, yeah. Give my guys a call. It'd be no return on that. We've discontinued that a while ago.
Is there no way for me to get a new neck for my solo?
We do not sell replacement necks, or part necks, I should call them.
Can it be possible to have the Delos output jack moved to the side, please?
No, I'm sorry. No, we leave them on the top there for that particular model. For something that would be on the side, the Lyra is on the side, so you could get something similar to the Delos with it on the side.
Why no raw tone finish on burl maple? And can you do raw tone ash body with a gloss top?
We can do raw tone bodies with the gloss top. It's a $250 charge for that. It makes it no return. And we don't do it on burl maple because we feel like on burl maple there's not enough voids in the wood to have it look cool enough. There's just enough to go, man, did they finish that thing? So that's why. Where, poplar, there's enough voids where it's obvious that we did it on purpose. Buckeye, it's obvious we did it on purpose. Swamp ash, obvious. But burl maple, it's a pretty hard wood and it's pretty solid on the top with only a few little spots. It just looks weird. So I won't do it because I feel like it's looks like we missed a step or something.
We have an offer from Flock here in the live. He says, call me and I'll throw in a 3rd arm on the deal of the live.
Dang. I don't know if you freaking Flock. You might not want that, guys.
Will the new long 37-inch multi-scale bass be available in a headless bass model anytime soon?
No plans on that at all. Yeah, no plans on any new bass models. I just gave you guys a brand new guitar and bass model. No plans on the A2 for a neck through. We're chilling. We're happy with what we put out. And we'll see what the future brings. I can tell you this, though. As far as the A2, I never plan on doing it bevel delete. I'm not saying it'll never happen, but right now, I can't see that model without the bevels. So I don't ever plan on doing that.
Any chance we'll see a multi-scale option for the Osiris bass?
Maybe someday. It would make sense, but there's other things I'm working on. I'm trying to get caught up on customer builds. I'm getting through the swirls. We did that swirl run of limited swirls, one-time thing, and they're very time-consuming for me. I'm doing every single one, and I'm almost done with all of them.
Have you listened to the new Veil of Maya yet?
I have. Yeah, I went to the show. I went to their concert when they were in town. What was it, 2 weeks ago?
Can I get a 3-neck bass?
A 3-neck bass? Depends on how deep your wallet is, man. Sure, why not? Call my guys. You got big pockets, we can make it happen. And like a big shoulder to support that thing. That beast of a bass. But of course, it's going to have to be a 39-inch scale, 9-string on top, and 28-inch scale, 4-string on bottom, and something crazy. You won't do that? Well, I'm not buying.
Jeff, what's your favorite color sparkle finish?
It's I think I know, and then I see something really cool. So the other day, we shipped out I don't remember what model it was, but it was a teal with a trans black burst on it. And holy shit, that thing was jaw-dropping. Normally it's aqua. Red wine is really sick. I would say probably my least favorite would be easier to do, would be the green or the orange, or probably my least favorite. Yeah, probably either the deep wine, the teal with the black burst, or the aqua. Those are my favorites. Purple looks great too, but that I probably wouldn't get a purple one. I actually had an aqua one. I had a Cali burst, so it had the silver center, aqua, and it had a tung oil neck, and I couldn't get past the ridge there between the transition, so I actually sold it.
Do you use different types of ash? I noticed some heavier swamp ash builds.
No, we use all southern swamp ash. They're all going to be, we have a certain per board foot weight that we buy. It's that and under. So some pieces can be ultra light, but it's all music instrument grade, and it's at a set weight per board foot. We don't use any heavy northern ash they use to make baseball bats, and we don't buy any of the heavy southern swamp ash either.
Any plans for an A2 8-string with a tremolo?
No plans on that. Yeah, we don't have an 8-string trem system aside from the headless, yeah, I just don't see having that.
Do you still make the Jason Becker Osiris?
No, that was a limited run. We did it one time, sold a set number of them, and that was it.
Is it possible to get a different bridge on a retro solo?
It is not possible. You can get a solo with different bridges, but not a retro solo.
Are you ever going to bring back black pearl inlays?
Probably not. They were cool, but we have enough going on with inlay options and just trying to keep up with all that stuff.
Will the new color shift purple/green be available regularly on the builder?
It is available. I don't know. I guess it's not on the builder. It was supposed to be added to the builder. At some point, I'm sure the guys will get it added.
Do you guys post all of the guitars you finish on your Facebook page, or only select ones?
So each day we post about 5 pictures, and we build, close to between 80 and 100 in a week. So you're seeing 20 to 25. So you're seeing around 20 to 25% of what we build.
Is that double neck for sale? If so, what is the price?
It sure is. $3,900 shipped right to your door. Bless you, Brandon.
Thank you. How's the neck balance on an 8-string A2?
Oh, really good. Yeah, actually that horn on the 8-string, if I have an 8-string, I don't have an 8-string A2 in here, but on the 8-string and long scale 7-string A2, we automatically increased the horn length to get it to be in the perfect spot to balance perfectly to accommodate for that 27-inch scale length. So it's great. It's the best balancing 8 we offer.
Can you still get an Aries with 22 frets and a Floyd if you call in? It's no longer on the builder.
You could try. Yeah, I think we could still do that. I don't see why not.
Got Justin Lubers again. He's asking, can I get a quilt top with purple drink stain and raw tone? I'll pay you whatever.
Purple drink stain, and you want it raw tone, the quilt?
Yep.
We can do it. I have a way that we should do it it'll still be raw tone, but it'll be finished really nice. Yes, you can do it, Justin.
Which pink finish matches the pink inlays the best?
It'd be our brand new medium pink. That is the best. Not our light pink, not our hot pink, but our medium pink matches them almost identical. It's pretty crazy.
Hey Jeff, can you add a Delos 7-string with 3 single coils to the builder?
Delos 7-string with 3 single coils. No, thank you. You can buy that online or buy that by calling my guys, and it's no return. I don't want to sell 7 strings with 3 single coils and offer a return policy. It's just a very small resellable purchase. So you'd have to buy that with no return.
Mark is asking, what body style would you personally put P90s in?
That's a hard one, but something single cut. Probably our SCB, that or a CS6. You got a Zeus right here. A Leia is really cool with that. Something along those lines. SH550 would be dope too, actually.
I think we've done one of those before.
We've done one, yeah.
It was sick.
Yeah, we've done one, yeah.
Avi is asking, can you explain what a K-series is?
Yeah, a K-series is a model that we sell. It's something available that you can look at on our website. We don't take orders for them online. So a K-series is a specific shape, much like, this is a Zeus. A K-series is a K-series. It's not a Kiesel edition, which is something different. They all come with master grade tops that I hand pick out. 3-piece layer between the top and the body. They come with a 7-piece neck, swamp ash body sides. The top by default is a flame maple. You get Jeff to do finishes for free on that within reason. There's a couple I still charge for, but for the most part, almost anything that I offer. And I do all the final fit and finish on them. And then when they're done, I sign them, I check them out, inspect them, make sure they're good, sign them, and then take a picture and they go up on Instagram.
Could you do a guitar with 3 P90s and a 5-way switch?
It's not something we've done, but for a custom programming fee, sure, why not? And no return, obviously.
Will you ever offer a Sustainiac on the A2?
No plans to ever do that, and actually on the A2, I can say never. The system will not fit within the size cavity that the A2 has. So anything headless size, we cannot fit a Sustainiac system. And there is no plans to add a Sustainiac to any models. Just on the SL6 of Sophie Lloyd.
Can you custom order a double neck Osiris?
You can. Prices on those start at $4,000.
Which Kiesel signature artist is your favorite?
Not doing that one. Definitely not doing that one. They're all my favorites. I mean, I don't have a favorite.
Would you make a bass with an ash neck?
No, I will not. Sorry.
I'd like another solo, but I would like the back plate to be flush with the body. Is that possible?
Well, the back plate is flush with the body. If you're talking about a trem plate, no, it is not possible. So the... damn it, you're going to make me pick the double neck up. No, you're not. I'm going to grab this guy right here. All right. So it's not a solo. I understand that. The back plate is flush. The trem plate, it's not the back plate. It's a trem plate. This guy is not flush. In order for me to make this flush, I have to make the body thicker. The extra thickness of the plate, which means the guitar is going to be heavier. And we're going to have to charge more. So I don't do that. I just leave the plate where it sticks up. If you don't want the plate on there, we can delete the plate completely and delete the screws. So that could be an answer for your question. This is a nice one. Look at that thing. A2, baby. A2s are selling amazing, by the way. I just picked out a bunch of tops today. And, probably 40 tops. And out of 40, almost 20 of them were A2s, between A2 guitars and A2 basses. So almost half of what I picked out were just A2s. It's pretty crazy.
Can I request low action on a guitar before completion?
Absolutely. It'd be something you need to request at the time of your order. So anything you guys want to request, you need to ask for at the time. It doesn't mean we can do anything and everything, but make sure you ask when you're placing your order. After you place your order, there's no changes. There's no changing string gauge. There's no setup notes. There's no changes at all. The reason for that is we have an invoicing system. We invoice that guitar. Special tags get made. Those tags have all the information. So we don't go back to your invoice. We don't go back to an email. What did so-and-so want again? We look at that tag. It tells my people, everybody here, all the custom shop, exactly what to do. So we're not going to go find that tag somewhere out of 1,300 instruments and update it, print out new tags and stuff. We can't do that. It just takes way too much time. We tried doing that 6-7 years ago. We had to stop. It just got out of hand. We weren't getting anything done. We were really inefficient, and I just had to put a stop to it completely. So we don't allow any order changes for any reason at all.
Can we send in our own Evertune bridge if we want all Chrome hardware?
You cannot. We do not allow anybody to send in any of their own hardware. Reason being is we go to install it, something's wrong with it, we scratch it, then I got to deal with trying to get another one or get you to get another one. We can't do that. I'm sorry.
Can you get a roasted flamed maple neck with the angled headstock?
You cannot. You cannot get roasted necks with the angled headstock. The reason being is, of course, both fucking headlesses here. That extra little piece at the top, we have to glue on, and I want them both to match within reason as good as we can. And I don't want, two different roast colors on a headstock. Don't want to deal with that.
Can you do a California burst with a wider fade? For example, Aqua Burst, Cali Burst, where the lighter blue fades closer to the bridge and pickup area.
We could do a custom burst for you. We could just say extra wide Cali pattern. We could say that on there, and there'll be a charge for it, and it'll be no return. So our painter's interpretation of that will be what you get, and you're going to have to be okay with that. If you're not okay with that, I totally understand. But what I can't have is, well, that's not exactly what I was thinking, and then you want to return it, and then we're stuck with something that isn't what we normally do, and nobody else wants it. So if you're okay with that, that's fine. One thing we're not going to do is allow you to send in a drawing of what you want. You circle an area. Well, I want that natural and this blue. That's not happening. We can just put the description of extra wide pattern, and you get what you get. We'll do the best we can, and hopefully you love it.
Are we going to see any of the swirl run guitars?
You are going to see them, yeah, absolutely.
Any plans to make the contoured A2 heel available on other models?
Nothing right now. I have 9,400 programs in our CNC. So, when you say something like that, it's not an easy thing to just, let's go ahead and offer it on these models. It's not like that. It doesn't work. It's not copy and paste, and it's a lot of things that would need to change. So there's no plans on adding it to anything. The A2 is what we're doing now with everything we've learned. There's no plans on going back and updating other models. There's no plans on doing secondary versions of other models too. I feel like some of you guys are like, oh, they're going to do an Osiris too. No, there's no plans on that. Keep in mind the A2, the Aries 2, this is my number one selling model by far, the Aries. It made sense to do a second generation of it. These other guitars are not my number one selling models, so, I have no plans on doing a second gen other model. So I feel like some of you guys are like, oh, he's going to do it. There's no plan. I'm not saying it'll never happen, but I don't have any plan on anything like that. I got to be very careful with what I tell you guys, because it'll be like, you said never. It's like, I can literally sit here and say, I don't have any plans. I'm not saying never. And then someone will take my words completely out of context. I have said never a couple times, and I think I've eaten my words, but it's been a really long time, if memory serves me right.
What is your personal favorite body wood?
It's a hard one. Aesthetically, I really love swamp ash. And as a builder, it gives me a lot of flexibility to do a lot of really cool stuff for you guys. Sonically, usually mahogany chambered, but swamp ash sounds really amazing too. So those both are going to be up there. It just depends on what I'm doing, what the look I'm trying to get is, and what the overall goal with it is.
Can you do custom neck thickness?
We cannot. What we do is we offer our standard. We can go thicker, which is 30 thousandths of an inch thicker, and we can go thinner, which is 30 thousandths thinner than our standard, which is a big difference. 30 thousandths is actually a lot.
Would you do a 3-piece or 5-piece all walnut neck? If so, any upcharge for that?
We can do custom necks. The custom necks start at $400 extra on top of whatever the normal neck charge is. So for example, if you wanted a 3-piece walnut, I think 3-piece walnut necks are $250. So you'd be $400 on top of that. You'd be at a $650 neck. It'd make it no return, prepaid in full up front.
Can I get a different fade color than the ones on the builder?
You can by calling in, and it would not be the same $50 price. It would be our normal fade charge, which I think those fades start at $250 and go up from there. And we can do custom fades for you. Those would be non-returnable versus our fades that you can pick on the builder are fully returnable, and they're $50 only.
Hey Jeff, are there any plans to make a headless Leia?
A headless Leia?
That's what they're asking.
Well, the Leia is headless. Maybe they mean a headless Lyra. Maybe they got the models mixed up.
Maybe.
So the Leia is a headless guitar. The Lyra is not, and there's no plans on making a headless Lyra, if that's what you meant to ask. It's probably what they meant to ask, I think.
What is your experience with deliveries to Germany?
Germany's been great. Haven't had any issues at all. Really, the only issues I've had have been to Brazil. That would be the only issues, and just their taxes and duties is the only issues. It's not really a service thing. It's just how much the government over there tries to charge. It's pretty crazy.
Any plans for more 6-string baritone scale lengths?
No plans.
Will the A2 get a neck through eventually?
No plans on that. I don't know what the future holds for that. If sales keep going really strong on the bolt-on and the demand's there, then, it would be a logical move for us. But no guarantees. I don't ever see a titanium version where there's a pick guard. I don't think that would happen, but you never know on a neck through. I like neck throughs a lot. I will probably at some point make myself one. I know Steph Carpenter loves neck throughs. He doesn't really play bolt-ons, and I know he really likes the A2, so I'd probably make him one. So maybe we'll make them at some point available. I have no idea, honestly, guys. We're not in the works on anything like that. It's just me personally. I would like to have one myself.
Is the bottom horn of the DC and Vader flush?
I don't know what that means. The bottom of the horn, is it flush? Don't know what you're asking. I'm sorry if I...
From the DC and the Vader, are they flush?
I don't...
So they're asking if the same horn is on the Vader and the DC, like if they would line up flush with each other.
Oh, no, not even close. Yeah, literally not even close. Yeah, sorry. I know sometimes when you guys frame a question in your mind, I do this too. I'm assuming you're knowing what I'm talking about. Like you're assuming that I know what you're talking about, or like you have a picture in your mind and the question makes sense if you're looking at it, but I'm not looking at what you're looking at or thinking what you're thinking. So sometimes it's hard for me to accurately answer your question, because that's what I want to do. I want to accurately answer your question. I don't want to just tell you an answer and then, just because I'm live, I want to try to give you as much information, and I try to educate you guys too as much as I can. And I'm honest with you guys, sometimes it's a rough spot to be in, sitting over here where you're like, certain questions you're just like, okay. And I just found just being as honest as I can with you guys. Obviously there's some topics or subjects I can't talk about. Even if you guys were to ask me certain things, I can't answer you. Could be whatever, it could be about an artist that's no longer with us. I can't, there's some things you just can't say, or not my place to talk about,
Next question is from John. He's asking, is there a list of options available for call-in only?
There really is not. I know the guys have been kind of working on something, but we don't have anything up. The best way of doing this, and, please guys keep in mind too, like when you guys call my guys, they love talking to you and helping you out. But it's hard when some of you guys will call or you'll email like 7 or 8 pictures. How much is this guitar? And you post the picture. How much is this guitar? This guitar, it's like 7 or 8 guitars. It's like, to accurately quote each guitar out could take my guys like 15, 20 minutes. They're not here to literally like spend 2 hours just giving you random quotes. They're here to make your dream guitar come true. So use them for what they're here for. If you have specific questions, hey, can you do these things? Like write out a sheet of notes on a notepad, write out a list of questions. Call one of my guys, just go off the list. Can you do scalloping? Oh, you can. Cool. Are there any limitations on that? Oh, you don't offer inlays? Okay. All right. Next question. And go down the list. Be prepared. Ask them questions just like you would if you were buying a car. I feel like sometimes, people call and they're like totally not prepared. And then it's like, they can only help you so much. They need as much information from you as possible. And, stay on topic with like what build you're talking about. Not like you want 5 different builds, one's in 2 years. Well, don't ask about that one right now. Ask about the one that you're talking about ordering, today, or this week or this month. Because sometimes I feel like, and I know they're it's kind of fresh because we were having an individual like email in like literally like 6 to 8 pictures of totally different builds. I want quotes on all these guitars to maybe purchase one. The guy's never bought from us. It's like, bro, we can't do that, man. Like, to accurately, it's like, I want parts of this, I want parts of that on a build, and I'd like to, be in this range. Give us a ballpark. Like, hey, I want to spend $3,500. What can you build me for $3,500 that has these attributes and this type of look? That's a better way of phrasing the email rather than trying to go kind of the wrong way of like, we don't know what you want. We don't know what you want to spend. And our goal is to help you, but you guys got to help us help you, if that makes sense.
All right, this is going to be the last question. It's a pretty interesting one. If Kirk Hammett said, build me a guitar, surprise me, what would you build for him?
Oh, man, I don't know. That's a hard one. I mean, I don't think that would happen because I know he's got, a relationship with ESP, and I know, Jeff Matt over there was super cool, us working with him and Steph. So I think I'd probably respectfully decline. I'd probably say, hey, unless, Matt's in the loop on this, probably isn't a good idea. I know, Kurt did something with Gibson, and, I don't know how much, ESP knew about that prior. And I just, I'm not here to rock the boat, with these other companies. It's like, I want to work with artists that want to work with us and want a relationship with us. And, I feel like we're at a different point in our, in our company, our business. We have so many opportunities now, and I want to make the most out of our opportunities. It's like, early on, we were kind of like shooting from the hip, sending a lot of stuff out, trying to, work with different people. And, we've really built our brand and our image up, and, we're being way more select on who we work with. Not that I wouldn't want to work with Kurt. Of course I would. But I don't know. That type of question it wouldn't happen. He's not just going to be like, hey, build me something. Like, it would be a long process, and much like Steph Carpenter. I mean, we've known each other for a really long time now. And that was I didn't think we were going to be working with Steph like we are. I mean, I had no idea. That was never my plan. It's never my intention. And, I think that's why we're working together. It was very genuine. I love that guy. He's an awesome guy. I really enjoy our time together. And my whole goal was to be his friend. It wasn't to try to build him guitars. It wasn't to take him from ESP. He's been with the same company for almost 30 years, and I think that's the same case with Kurt, right? They're OGs, and I don't know. There's a certain level of respect for someone like that. I mean, we see so many players. I mean, I know of players in my head, like you name the brands, and in 8-9 years, they've been with 7-8 different brands, and every time, this is the best guitar I've ever played. It's bro, your word is no good anymore, man. Nobody wants to follow that. It's nobody cares anymore. So, these OGs, they're super careful about what they do. They're selective of who they work with, and so I feel super honored to be working with Steph at this capacity. It's amazing. I know the question was about Kurt. I just bring Steph into the equation because Kurt is with ESP. Kurt is with ESP, and it is what it is. So I don't know that we would build something for him. I mean, I guess if he called and bought something, sure. But I mean, to build something and just give it away, I don't know. I don't see the value in that, You're probably asking because I'm wearing a Metallica shirt. Maybe that's why. Anyway, on that note, thanks for hanging out. Had a good time with you guys. I love these lives. I probably won't be live next week because I won't be here. I'll be in Nebraska. So it'll probably be 2 weeks before I see you guys. So on that note, be good. I'll see you in a couple weeks. I'm out.